Hello, my fellow chatterers and readathon lovers, and anyone else who's popped in because you're curious about what this is, or you've got a bit lost. Welcome, everyone. I am Chatty, and welcome to my channel, Chatty the Mad Chatter, where I am very excitedly chatting away madly about Journey-athon book recommendations. Welcome to Journey-athon, adventurers, where we can travel reading as many books as we like to reach the city of Party. So grab your maps and find your compasses and buckle in for some middle grade recommendations. So as always, this is one shot. I only have the power of pause to help me with the editing because I can't edit. So cheers everyone. One shot, no editing. Let the chaos commence if it has to, but I'm going to try and keep the waffle at a minimum because I've got a lot to get through. I'm surrounded by books and it's very exciting. So in Journey-athon, if you have no idea what Journey-athon is, I will link the announcement video here, which will tell you everything you need to know, and it will have all of the graphics and extra bits in Google Documents should you want to find them. And also linked to my channel is Middlegrade Mad Chat, which is my Discord, which focuses on middle grade chatter, and it has lots of sections about Journey-athon, so come and join in the fun on there as well. So in this video, what I'm going to be doing is talking through book recommendations that follow two of the paths. So if you're not sure what the paths are, go and look at the announcement video. So hopefully you will understand what I am talking about. But the paths that I'm going to be following today are the Earth path, which is land travel, and we are walking. And that path has been inspired by See You in the Cosmos by Jack Cheng. So this is one of the books that I feature that was one of the inspirations behind the Readathon. So this one will fit into quite a lot of the prompts, and you get points for reading any one of the 4 inspiration books for this Readathon. We will also be following the Magic Path. So this is portal travel, and we are using Alice's Looking Glass from, well, it technically Alice Through the Looking Glass, but I'm using Alice in Wonderland, but either one will work for you. But obviously I had to because my channel is has a lot of like themes and inspiration from Alice in Wonderland. So here we go. I have this copy of Alice here, and I also have my beautiful illustrated copy of Alice as well. So I will be using both of these. So the first prompt that we look at is the one that happens in Prologton, which is where we start off on our map. And sorry about the wiggly camera work. For this one, we have to read a book with a mode of transport on the cover. So first recommendation I have is Nevermore by Jessica Townsend, which is one of my favourite book series. It is a middle grade fantasy, and as you can see, this is Morgan Crow. She is travelling by an umbrella. So there you go. You could use that one. One I might use because I haven't read it yet, but I'm very interested, is When Stars Are Scattered by Victoria Jameson and Omar Mohammed. So this is a middle grade graphic novel. It's sort of a memoir contemporary focusing on what it's like to be a refugee. So in this one we can see these 2 brothers here are walking, so that definitely counts as a mode of transport. You could also use Michael Mompergo's War Horse. We have a horse on the cover. A horse is a mode of transport. This one is sort of more of it's a historical fiction, but I think it's more become like a bit of a modern classic now. I think it's officially classed as a classic. When does classic become a classic? I don't know, but I feel this one very much is. I have read and enjoyed this one, and I think people will have seen like the film, and there was a theatre show. So this is set during the First World War and centres around the story of a horse. You could also use The Ship of Shadows by Maria Kuznia, which is a middle grade fantasy, and we have a ship. We have a wonderful ship here on the front. So that would definitely work as a mode of transport. Now, sadly, I don't think See You in the Cosmos would work as a mode of transport because our character Alex here is standing still looking up. He's not travelling anywhere, he is stationary. However, there are many different copies of Alice in Wonderland, and it doesn't matter which copy you have, because Alice here, there's no movement happening on this one, but on this one, we've got a running rabbit and Alice following him. So here we have running, which is a mode of transport. So that absolutely works. So it doesn't matter what copy you have, because it's on this one, it would totally count for this prompt. Okay, moving on to the next prompt. The next stop in our journey is the Smokey mushroom. And if you chose the land travel and walked there from Prologton, then this is what you will be reading. And that is to read a book with something cosmic in the title or in the series. So again, obviously, See You in the Cosmos works perfectly for this one. Cosmos being cosmic. I then have Starseeker by Tim Bowler. Now, I read this before I was in secondary. It was in the 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. And I don't think there was sort of such a distinction between middle grade and YA at that point. It was kind of lumped together as children's. So I would put this at like high end middle grade, sort of like lower end YA. But it is a contemporary book, and it does feature a character with a disability in here. It also looks at the theme of bullying, and it has like music themes in here as well, and I found it like a really beautiful story. The next one I'm very excited to encourage you all to read, and that is one of my favourite books, Onyeka and the Academy of the Sun by Tolo Oguru. This is, sorry, can I have some water? Okay, carry on there. So this is a more of a fantastical, sort of slightly sci-fi book where it explores superpowers. So our character Onyeka has this magnificent hair that you can see on the cover, and she starts to understand kind of what that means, and she goes to find other people like her in this school in Nigeria. There's other stuff kind of going on, and kind of stuff about her family as well, and it was just a really fun time with an amazing kind of found family friendship going on there as well. And finally, a book that I haven't yet read but could read for this prompt, it is Moonchild, The Voyage of the Lost and Found. So the series is called Moonchild, and there are 2 books, and these are by Ashia Bushby. And again, it is another fantasy one, and it features, I don't really know a lot about it because that's how I like to go into my books, but I know it's a fantasy. I think it's got some sort of quest as well, and that's all I know, but it's got the word moon in the title, so it would definitely work. We've got a moon on the front cover, so it definitely fits this prompt.